I am who I am. One who loves deeper than any poetry, cries more than any waterfall. But I am who I am, and I can forget you with magnanimity. Meaning that as much as I can remember you with generosity, I can forget you just the same. Well, NeleJah in a nutshell is uSenele Melinda Mabuza. Ngumthembu Mvelase Qudeni Jamakamnisi. Mina wakwaMabuza Mvelase. Basically, my background is very, very, I think, colored because I grew up in a colored area. I do know my cultures. I'm very much bleakly into it, but I'm stronghold growing into it now. I've got, give or take, I want to say 4 or 5 brothers because my dad is a busy man. So there are siblings I don't know out there. I don't know. But I do have 4 or 5 brothers and a younger sister that I adore, completely adore. I'm a close-knit person, love my family, so we're very close. We do bicker a lot, like families do that. Other than that, yeah, I'm a very loving human being who's learned that from her family, my mom as well. So in a nutshell, Usenel is just a person who's artistic. You can see it on my face and my hair and the things that I do and how I act. But yeah, all around I'm like an artist. Musical background started when I was about 8 to 9. We had a chamber choir at Gasi where we used to have like 3 or 4 girls, mimic a song or we'd try and cover it. And that's when I realized I could sing because everyone would have a reaction when I'd sing. So I didn't build an ego, but I just realized that I maybe have a talent that I could harness. So that grew into me liking old music. So my mom is a very old soul. So I think I brushed off of her a lot. So I listened to your Brooke Bentons, your BB and CC Winans, your Luther Vandross. So I'm a 90s girl, like deep in the 90s. And if you say your modernized 90s, maybe more 2000s, I'm into your Ushers, your R&B fans, Daniel Caesars. So my poetry is also stemmed into this as well. So because I'm very lyrical, I have to be a poet. As a poet, I love things deep, anything contextual, anything sort of critical into thinking. I am that girl. So into my childhood, into my adulthood, it fed into it a lot because people would influence that. So I'd bump into intellectuals, I'd bump into poets. Realizing the crowd that I find myself in the midst of, I realize I'm an artist. So this can only be that NeleJah becomes born. And even her, she's an image of my love for the Rastafari culture. NeleJah stems from that as Jah, I am of God. So as much as I am spiritual, as I said, I'm cultural. So I'm also a person who sees the Rastafari culture as a healthy way of being a human being. So I had to implement it into my name. So that's how NeleJah came about, that and the culture. Ooh, I'm so versatile, I don't want to lie. Because I grew up around boys. Boys were into hip hop. Magasi hip hop is quiet, magasi quiet, I'm a piano, magasi it's house. So I was influenced with that as an artist. I can do house, I can do amapiano, I can do your hip hop because I do rap. Poetry is a form of rap, but I also sing that dabbles into like R&B as well. So I am into your gospels, I am into your Daniel Caesars, but as an artist I'm too versatile to say I am an R&B, I am a hip hop head, I am deep, I'm a piano, because sometimes I'm the girl you could dance on a table for, listening to me, or I'm the girl who could have you crying because of your boyfriend 3 years ago. So I could feel I have you in between emotions, I'm an artist like that, but I think of myself as deep. The deeper you go with someone, the more you discover. So you can't just necessarily say a person is an R&B artist, because I realized as I go deeper, I can also vibe to my piano. So yeah. Current involvement in the music industry. I'm still into choirs because I was in high school, so I used to be a singer of everything. I was soprano, I was alto, I was tenor, chigi bengi bass. As you can hear the bassist voice, I'd lead the bass too, So I'm involved in like your youth choirs, but in Makasi. So I'd go and help out at churches if need be, and they don't have an instructor. Sometimes I'm in competitions, so I like that a lot. Another thing that I'm involved in is podcasting. So my podcasting also influences my music because that's where I have a platform to release it. And I don't mean music in a sense where I also sing, because I am a singer, but as a poet, I want to put my poetry onto music, MP3s, because it literally has people no longer reading poetry but listening to it. They can have poetry sound like rap, but it's poems. Don't know if you get me, but yeah. Other than being involved in that, I'm a person who also sings on stage. I perform at Black Poet Nights, so they are like everywhere. Sometimes I'm in Brahms, sometimes I'm in Midrand, Pretoria, wherever I'm invited to be. That's what I'm also involved in. Performance arts as well, but I'm just dabbling into that, so I haven't performed anything yet, but I am working on a play with someone. There's a song that came out last year, July, guys, and my poetry did drop, but not officially, but you guys can have it streamed on a couple of platforms. Your Instagram, I am Senele. Right now I have links on my page, not to the actual downloading of the music, but at least linking to the music, so you can at least have a hear of what I will be releasing in February, between March and February, if not April is the latest, because I am pushing a poetry series right now, but it's still in production, and it will be coming out end of February, beginning of March. Like I said, latest is April, but you can go stream something called Selfish Love, and that's the song I released in July with Mapunda. So you can find it on Mapunda's page, I am Senele, or my Facebook page, Nele Linda Mabuza. The other songs that I'm promoting as well is Deep in Me. That will also be releasing probably by February, but you guys can go listen to it. At least it's not out yet, but you can go listen to it. But yeah, you can find me, like I said, on I am Senele, spelled Senele. I know you guys are used to our Senele, but this is Senele. And Nele Linda Mabuza is just as you say, it's Mabuza. That's where you can find me. He will still come fetch me. I feel like